Hey, it's Jeff. Welcome to another edition of the CyberCoach Internet Catapult. I'm really excited to share this particular video with you because this is really the master system that will help you ultimately get as many clients as you could ever imagine coaching, at least one-on-one. And this video is how to build an internet coaching client machine. How to build an internet coaching client machine. And you're actually going to see the machine today and get a sense of what the totality of this machine actually looks like. And one of the things I noticed when I started teaching a little bit about the mechanics of getting leads from the internet for your coaching practice, your coaching business, is that I would explain the stuff and I would teach the stuff, and then people would not follow through on it. And I started to realize that one of the problems was that it was hard to conceptualize not why it works, because we kind of understand why these types of things work, but it's hard to conceptualize what the whole thing looks like. So you're really going to be able to visualize this because I'm going to show it to you in this video. So let's get started. So what you're going to learn in this video, we're going to start with results to expect. What can you expect as a result of having this machine in your practice or your business? We're also going to view the machine, as I promised. You're also going to learn how to build the machine. This is the hardest part for many coaches. It's not really understanding the machine or getting excited about it, but actually building the darn thing. I mean, that's the hardest part for most people, is the execution, the implementation. So you're going to learn how to do that today. And then also, finally, how to maintain this machine, because once you build it, there is some maintenance, and I'm going to give you a really clear understanding of what exactly you need to focus on to maintain this machine and make it really successful for your coaching business. Okay, let's roll with results to expect. So I started my coaching business in the year 2000, and started with nothing, really, and you might have even seen the trailer video where I started after I left Tony Robbins, and things improved over a period of years. They got better and better. We got more and more clients. We made more and more money until I arrived in about 2007, and we hit the peak. We hit the apex in our business, and we were making $30,000 a month. In fact, you might have heard the video that was even titled "How to Make $30,000 a Month in Your Coaching Business." And I thought this was fantastic, and I was ready to go to $100,000 a month and get even more clients. I was just so excited about the business. And then the real estate crash occurred, and we took a dive. And by the way, if you didn't know, most of our clients were realtors. In fact, I think it was almost half our business was in the real estate industry. That's what the business was based upon. The people that worked in that industry, those were our clients. And so very quickly after the crash, we started losing clients, just left and right. And so we took a dive, and then things got worse. We had an employee that embezzled from the company. And so I arrived in 2008, and lo and behold, the real recession began, because the real estate crash was just the impetus for that. It didn't happen really until about 2008. And I arrived at kind of a hitting bottom point. I don't know if you've ever been there, but being in a place where you don't know if you can go on the same way that you have. You don't know if you're going to make it to the next month, the next day. And this could be health-wise, financially, in a relationship. I mean, any area of your life. You could have those hitting bottom points. And actually what's interesting is when you hit bottom, you have that worst day or that worst moment, it actually can be a really great thing, because it gives you the motivation and the impetus to make a change, which is exactly what happened when I arrived in 2008, $15,000 in debt, with very little income to speak of at that point. I was really just trying to pick up the pieces from the real estate crash that had happened about a year earlier. And that's when I finally decided I'm going to make some changes in my business. I'm not going to let this recession or depression or whatever you want to call it end my coaching career. And so that's when I actually started to build the machine. So at that moment, I start building the machine, and things started to get better. They started to improve until I actually reached about $10,000 to $20,000 a month in consistent income. And now, of course, we're in 2010, if you're watching this one just after I made it, of course. So that's where I am basically at this point. That's where I am now. And now you might say, well, Jeff, you're not making as much as you were before the real estate crash and things like that. Like, what's the problem? I thought this was supposed to be such this great machine that's going to build this huge business for you. And I probably could be making more than even what I'm making now. But I paid off all the debt, so I'm free and clear as far as any debt, and I'm pulling in 10 to 20,000 a month. But here's the real difference between the apex that I hit in 2007 and where I am now in 2010. In 2007, that was active income. I had to work for every bit of that income. There were coaching clients or working with my team. I was actively managing a team. That's how we were building the business and how we were actually delivering the coaching. I was doing speaking engagements. I mean, it was a job. It wasn't a business. I had a big job called go out and get a bunch of business and figure out how to make it all work. And at this point in 2010, the vast majority, almost all of that 10 to 20,000 a month in income is passive income. So that is not just a money thing, it's a quality of life thing. It is, I mean, I just can't describe how much better my life is in 2010. In 2007, I know I was doing some traveling, but it's nothing near what I'm able to do now, 2 months out of the year. And I also, I mean, I can take time off whenever I need to. I'm totally flexible. And I don't have to make a zillion calls. I haven't done a bunch of speaking engagements lately. And by the way, speaking engagements are great. They're a great way to build your business. But for me, they're kind of a lot of trouble. You got to prepare. You got to really practice your stuff. And I want to share my ideas. I like doing this kind of stuff, like this video that you're watching now. So it's just a different life for me. And even if you do want active income, you want to go out and speak, and you want to go out and really pound the pavement and kick butt, and just work your fingers to the bone, so to speak. And that's fine if you do. This machine that I started building, around 2008, can actually add to your business. It can be there even when you don't speak or when you don't make all those calls. So it can even make your business bigger if you do the active stuff as well. The combination can be very powerful too. So that's just a little history on where I came from. Literally, I started really seriously building an internet coaching client machine no more than 2 years ago. Really a year and a half ago, to really be fair to myself and what I've accomplished so far. So a year and a half ago, that's what it took. A year and a half later, 10 to 20,000 a month. 90% of that's from the internet. So here's how the money actually comes in. Okay, let's take a break here. I'd like to invite you to go to coachestrainingblog.com, and once you put in your name and email address, you'll be taken to the blog where you can watch the rest of this video. And if you're interested in growing your coaching business and learning the specific plans on how I grew my business to over $30,000 a month, I know you'll want to watch the other free videos. And as you can imagine, there are a lot of other techniques we use beyond this one, and the other videos contain some of the higher level principles that will allow you to impact globally as a highly paid coach. You'll also be notified as I post new additions to our free digital video training library, along with case studies of coaches who went through our coaches training no more than a year ago and are now making $128,000 per year and beyond using our coaching quick start system. So again, simply go to coachestrainingblog.com and opt in to see the conclusion of this video. I'll talk to you again soon. Please share this with others, or even rate this video if you liked it. Even if you didn't, please share any questions you have in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think.